What up, what up? Bienvenido, Rahubat, Ahlan wa Sahlan. Welcome everybody and greetings. Again, Silos Congas, that's me. I am a professional percussionist. Been playing percussion since a very early age. Professionally, since I was 17 years old. Professionally, recording, playing concert tours, and playing with various bands and even some you would consider celebrities. I want to speak about percussion. I've been doing a lot of spiritual drumming and the importance of it. I want to share with you later on my page a assignment that I did for my class at the university. And it was about drumming and the effects of drumming, the psychological effect of drumming, and how drumming is used for therapy, especially with children with AHAD, so they say, So we're going to speak about the many effects of drummings briefly, and also to demonstrate. I have my drums here. And if you pardon me, I'll come onto the screen and let you see. Okay. Saludos. Got my drum. And I'm going to demonstrate a few things. So the effect of drumming. For one, again, drumming, now a lot of studies are being done in the science industry, in the medical industry, and also the psychiatry industry. And they're finding that certain children, especially children that are, show an affinity for percussion, excel. They excel in mathematics. They excel in their logical thinking, their reasoning. They excel also in their communication and teamwork and getting along with other classmates. That's very important. I'm going to demonstrate to you of the communication skills. For one, if anybody, for those of you that know about music, music have a sheet, what they call the bar, the staff, and then it has notes, which is broke down to whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, uh, um, 16 notes, and on and on and on. And so when a child have that, learn that, they're learning at the same time mathematics, how to break things down into fractions. We have a whole note, 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You break down to 2 half notes, because 2 half notes makes 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then you have what they call quarter notes, which is 4 beats within that whole note. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Eighth note, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and So this puts the mind in order. It shows mathematics of how to break things down to fractions. And this is a great learning tool for a lot of the children in today. Also, the harmony. When you have when you participate in the harmony, and it's logical, it's like it helps also develop your hearing skills, right? Your living skills are also being developed. Excuse me 1 second. Pause. All right, I'm back. So the harmony of knowing how to listen for certain notes, tones, and frequency, and at the same time, learning at what harmony, what notes, it's compatible. So it helps that compatibility. So if you're playing an F and you want to make it a major triad or three harmony, so you got F A C or C E G. You know what I'm saying? So it just helps in that sense. So it's a great tool for listening and one for also observing when they observe the notes on the staff. Another thing is the rhythm, and that's where I come in. Drumming, since the beginning of time, has been used to communicate because it travels a distance. So in many cultures, not only in Africa, in Europe, many cultures of Native American used the drum to communicate in distance, on the village, or mark an event, an occasion. And that's where spiritual comes in. They sprout a certain type of rite of passage through the drums. That's the definition I have for you for spiritual, and how drums is very, very spiritual and is used in spirituality because it marks an occasion, a rite of passage. Also, the communication from a distance. Morse code is based on rhythm, but it travels through the wire, Morse code, and certain rhythmic articulation, rhythmic that helps to, message at a distance, send a message at a distance. So communication is very, very important when it comes to drumming, right? Let me explain something. So it also teaches teamwork, and I'm going to demonstrate because if you have one drum, I got two drums here, and you got one drum going, boo, 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 right? If you are aware and conscientious of how to speak to that drum, right? Right? Not to step on that beat, but to complement it. So it teaches teamwork, how to complement and how to work with a team in any school settings and corporation, anything of that sort. You know what I'm saying? So see? So it teaches, it's the call and response, or the compatibility of the drum. And this, as it's being practiced and it's being taught, especially at a very early age, it teaches the child to be more teamwork, right? Supporting others instead of just want to always stand out. Supporting. Even when you're playing improvisation, quinto, you have to support the other drums. I have to listen to what the bass is doing, what the timing, the wataka is doing. I have to listen to all that and complement that because it's not just showing off, knowing what you know. You have to complement it. So it teaches, those are very important skills that it teaches in terms of, again, healing, how education, mathematics, harmony, teamwork, you know, supporting others. Okay. And the most important thing is it's fun. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? When you sit down with your family and you play and you at the same time you're learning how to complement each other. And that's the teamwork. It's tribal teamwork. Which brings me to another section, which is the earth magnetic field. Percussion is known to register at the level of both the earth magnetic field and the root, because our very survival, right, the way we cultivate our natures, right, our nature to be rhythmic, our nature to be mathematical and science, when you cultivate that, those conditions, you create a culture. So drumming helps survival. You know, the I already spoke about the communication part, where you know sending a message of distress, or a message out, you know, to a distant message, right? Survival is at that, you know, core. And also the earth magnetic field, because many, you can identify many nationalities. You can identify many tribes and family by their particular rhythm. You know this is from Cuba, it's the guaguancó, and also you know it is from New York, because you hear it a lot, street, right? Right, you hear that. And then there's another, then you know Santo Domingo, right? You hear that, you say, oh, my Dominican brothers. Bomba, right? You hear that, you say, oh, Puerto Rico, bomba, soca, right? You know, oh, my Trinidadian brothers, my Jamaican brothers, right? Right? My reggae, you know what I'm saying? Reggaeton. So many different rhythms you can identify. And then of course you got the R&B. You can identify the nationality and the culture of that particular conditions. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when it deals with earth magnetic field, because it deals with ancestral pattern and genetic blueprint. So you know the ancestral pattern and the blueprint. If I was to play you know, that's Africa. But you know Mali, right? And then Sudan uses the doof. Yeah. Sudan, right? Right? You know, from the Congo, right? And you know, and of course, many different tribes and families have different uh, um, rhythms within their ethnic groups. You know what I'm saying? So that's the earth magnetic field. The root of it, the survival. Again, we need mathematics. We need logic thinking. We need harmony. We need to work at teamwork in order to survive in humanity. So it deals with survival. You know, remember that casts a shadow of fear. But the fear of not knowing what's being conveyed to you, or the message that being sent, can create a very bad situation for you, a very bad scenario. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to learn. You know, I heard a nice story that an elder, Professor Small, said one time, that he went to Ghana and he started playing this rhythm from New Orleans on the percussion. and everybody ran out like, who's in distress? Who's in? And he learned something. He says, you know, that you know, there were captive, there were people that were taken away and put in certain conditions, but they still kept their genetic and their blueprint, and they remember those rhythms, and they sent out distress calls out to, you know, out, they put it out into the atmosphere, into the universe. And then that developed into jazz and developed into a lot of expressions that we see, a lot of expressions now. So that's important. Hola, ¿cómo está? So that's, you know, when you deal with the root energy center, again, um, and cast the shadow of fear, but you can use that again to strengthen your survival skill. So I always said that it's important even for survival. You know, let's say all technology was taken away from us and we were in a position, you can actually, you know, if you have drums, send out messages, and people know that you're there. You know, I used to walk back in the days. Walk. I used to love to walk. They call it mande, ande, andando. I used to walk a lot, right? And I used to tell all the brothers that I was walking with, hey, there's drums over. Let's go over there. I can hear it. I don't hear nothing. You can hear it from a distance. I'm like, no, it's there. I knew it. It's like my intuition, my sense was picking it up from a distance. And we went there. And guess what? We had a beautiful time, played the drums. We made quota money and sold books and had beautiful conversation. So again, our very survival of learning that. And, you know, today I'm a musician, so I survive a lot. You know, it's a great supplement to my income when I go out there and play and performing and everything. So again, at the root of it is survival. And the root energy center, we say Taha Hasub Wabat, that's in Sabiic, you know, a Mispatia, and that's Taha Asub Taha Asub Wabat center, the root of the earth energy center, right? So I just wanted to bring that out, you know what I'm saying? And the reciprocal of this would be synthesizers, you know, the reciprocal of drums, your synthesizers, you know what I'm saying? And those bells are the reciprocal. They both work together because even when you play the synthesizer and those type of electronic tones, or the bells, when you play those tones, it also could be rhythmic. And there are tribes that use those bells rhythmically, and you can tell that those bells rhythmically, what tribe and what family are they linked up with. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring that out. Maybe play a little bit over here. Had a nice, you know, and remember spiritual spurring a ritual hands is very spiritual because I played a lot last night. We had such a great uh spiritual drumming, you know, such a great spiritual drumming. And I also want to say really quickly here. A brother pointed out that it's true that a lot of the Yoruba, especially when they practice Lukumi, Yoruba that's practiced in the Afro-Caribbean, yes, a lot of it has been camouflaged with Christianity, you know, with the Catholic religion and with certain Christian religion, you know, yes, a lot of it, yes, has been camouflaged because of the conditions and the situations, you know what I'm saying? And churches know, even the Catholic church and churches know that rhythm, it's a way of calling. It's again activating that root to survival of many churches and many religions. You know what I'm saying? You go to many different churches, religion. There's always music. There's always drummer. There's always drums, and it's perfect to, you know, again, for your parishioners. You know what I'm saying? your congregation to be very, 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 conscientious of the art of drumming and actually, perform it amongst his congregations. Very, very important. It's been practiced even in gospel, with the tambourine, also with the hands and stomping the feet and tambourine. All that is linked up. All that, all of it is linked up. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out here. Again, drumming is very important to our very survival. Also, it's very therapeutic. There's science, medical science behind it, psychological science behind it, and it works on the psychology of our people. And it's very, very important to engage in that. And it's my honor to be, I take great pleasure as your brother, and a great pleasure, honor, and as a percussionist, that I'm able to share, express, the skills that I've learned. I'm still learning. There's many much more, that I'm learning, and it's my pleasure to be at that, you know, at that industry where I'm able to again, share with everybody. And remember, elegua, you know, again, the red and black, that's the root of it. You know what I'm saying? Be represented in Yoruba by elegua, which is the root of again, all of the tribes, the Twa people, Bess, the Patahites, Bess, the Twa, the Khoi, the Sam people. This is where they're coming out of the waters. You know what I'm saying? And the primordial beings coming out of the waters. From Egg Island. But we're gonna have a discussion about that. It's very deep discussion about Egg Island and the migration. Again, it deals with that. And as they migrated, they express themselves rhythmically. Where when you look into South Africa and you look at some of the Khoi tribe and Assam, they still speak with a click, even dolphins, and that's rhythmic. I do, that's one of the habits that I have when I'm playing. I tell you, one of my secrets when I'm playing is that I do that constantly. I don't know. I just have that in me to go. Because I'm constantly doing that. I don't know. I do that innately. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm, doing improvisation and stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. Again, for those of you that are gonna see this, I thank you very much, and everyone. And remember, just get yourself a little djembe and sit around with your family. It's fun. When you do a drum circle right in your living room with your family, or when you go out and you participate in a drum circle. You don't have to do what other people do right there. You just get over with a drum. It's very therapeutic. And I find that a lot of actors, so like Marlon Brando, a lot of actors are invested in that. I just seen a video of Michael, what is it, McCulloch, the actor, and he has a djembe drum. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of actors learn that even when acting school, learning how to take the drums, and because you have to, again, it teaches you how to it teaches you how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to communicate with the fellow actors or in the classroom. It's great. It's great. Shout out to Drum Cafe. When I was with Drum Cafe, we did a lot of corporate events, and we gave them all drums, and we taught them how, and we showed them how communication is very important, and how drums help in that communication skill. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Also, I keep going, and all in blessings to everyone here.